They'll be calling you a radical. I knew it. I zigged when I should have zagged. But that's life. So if they say go that way, I go the other way. But anyway, this, by the way, this is not clouds. This is Smogden. But the inversion I'm going to get to, there's a lot to talk about in this video. Hang with me. Hang with me. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk about J-Village, the explosion that happened in Japan 2 days ago. That Fukushima diary reported. I'm going to talk about TASS, the state-run news agencies reporting out of Russia that there's been a nuclear accident that's happened in Russia. Now, remember when we used to make used to make fun of Provad? Remember that was the deal? CBS News, TASS, the Soviet state-run news media. Now, Provad's where we get our freaking decent sources? How do you think about that? Think about that, and I'll tell you, I prove it. At the u.s.s. Reagan trial, I have videos of it. No media, and I said they're too far away, and I point right up, there's NBC's logo right there. I mean, really, who's the state media queen's propaganda media source now? Is it the Soviet Union? Provad? TASS? No, it's NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN. Rupert, the House of Windsor, Fox News. So this is a big story we got breaking out of Russia. Now remember, I want people to very much understand every time there's one of these nuclear accidents. Now you think about this. Right as the Carolina Panthers are getting their ass kicked by that defense, there was something that happened at the exact time in Carolina. Why nobody's paying attention? Oh, there was an accident, an explosion in the nuclear reactor in Carolina. Yep, look it up. I want people to very much know, in Russia, the nuclear cartel, as I was in Vienna on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo, which was so important, I got to go to Frida Meisenblau, the greatest activist in the world's home, in that beautiful apartment. This is important. This is unarguable. This is not about opinion. Now I walked over here because I want to show you something. That this is not opinion. It's unarguable. She's the greatest activist that was living on the earth. She not only blocked the reservoir on the beautiful, incredible Danube, and if you've never been to Vienna or Budapest, that river is so spectacular and so grand. So, these are my favorite trees, right here. I want to show you something. See the edges? See the tips? See the tips? See them starting to go? Very sad, very scary. These are historic trees. Historic trees. So I got to go to her apartment. She had cancer. She didn't tell me. She was 88. Now, she passed on December 22nd. When we went in there, Provad, I think that's funny because his name's Provad, that great nuclear lies activist that lives in Vienna that did the documentary Indian Lies. See how it's starting to go? Very scary. All mine died in my yard. California, the ones at Bixby Bridge, all of them, they're gone. So, I got to go to her house. She didn't tell us she had cancer. She didn't tell us she was dying. The meeting with us two was arranged. You know, she knew I was coming. She did her homework about me. She knew. Boy, I'll tell you what. So we go in there, and this is the woman who got the nuclear reactor shut down single-handed. Now remember, this is a young girl who knew Hitler personally. Grew up in the same town. Took him on. Had to sneak out of there, crawl out of there. How she was not killed is unbelievable. So, stopped the reservoir on the Danube. The reactor where they shoot the movies, the famous reactor, it's because of her. Single-handedly, by herself, got it shut down. All by herself got it shut down. So, as she got it shut down, she was waiting. I'd never seen a person talk to me like that in my life. She was so intense in there, so elegant, so classy in that beautiful Vienna, all roads lead to Vienna apartment of hers. Oh, did she burn a hole through me. Now I know. She made sure I knew. Kevin, I know your path of your father. I know your path. Your survival cancer is no coincidence. She says, look, just like I never chose this path, she told me. You never chose this path. It chose you. Do you understand? First thing, she says, first and foremost, do you understand that a nuclear reactor takes more energy to run than it produces? I says, yes. So she quizzed me on a lot of stuff. Then she schooled me, boy. Hours. I mean, she burned a hole, and she was making sure I knew. She says, Kevin, your path is chiseled. You're the tip of the spear. You go on. You understand me? I mean, whoa. We walked out of there in Pravat, and we both looked at each other. I mean, that whole room just radiated. I mean, radiated. So when she passes, here's the difference. When she passed away, an activist in Austria, the president of the country spoke at her funeral. If an activist passes here, Obama will try to drone them and kill them. Everybody who attends the funeral. Ask Pat Tillman. Ask Michael Hastings. Well, Obama wasn't president during Pat Tillman, but he's carrying on. Ask Snowden, tomato, tomato. Ask him. You know, he said it. I was at Park City when he laid down the freaking Guardian article. So this is a big, big, big story. I want to get to the fact that these evil rats in Nevada and Elion and his gig has got a problem. We got something going on at the university. I don't know what's happening, but let's get this on film, huh? Wow, it's amazing. Something's happening. Eek. Uh-oh. Looks like a heart attack, maybe. Heart attack, maybe?
I have no idea.
Wow. But anyway, so the state of Nevada, now this is not smog. This is smog. I mean, wouldn't it be a heart attack? That's what it causes. Something's going on. I know him. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy. And I want people to understand that the reason, okay, this is the second sunniest place in the United States, Utah. The first is Nevada. Nevada is blocking. Now, we've made statements, California's making statements all over that they're producing so much solar there's nowhere to put it. The dirty nuclear industry and the dirty coal industry have passed laws. They're getting to these corrupt politicians and passing these laws that they can't send their solar into the grid. So they had to pull out of Nevada. Now Nevada's all sunshine all day. Now you think about that, how insane that is. It just shows you how corrupt, and these people are all for sale and they're bought and paid for. Like I said, it's a perfect example because of what's going on in our state today. I mean, this battle. So they get, because they can't, look, nuclear is the dirtiest, filthiest thing in the world. Sunshine, they can't extract uranium from the earth to make money. They can't extract coal from the earth to make money. So that's what it's all about. So these dirty, I mean, because everybody's for sale. So they sell you a bill of goods, you know, that you get down the, that nuclear is somehow clean when it's the dirtiest field, because they can make money off the uranium mines, and there's giant money in the nuclear waste. There's no money in sunshine. I mean, it's free. There's no money in sunshine. So there's a big deal. Now remember, these PR firms write these. The PR firm writes all of this. So the PR firm, they write every bit of it. That's exactly, remember how Chernobyl played out? Remember they lied and covered it up? Remember 3 Mile? They lied and they covered it up. Carter broke ranks. Oh yeah, he had solar panels on the White House. So, and if you don't think this is the nuclear industry is the top of the pyramid of the globalist cartel, just remember one thing. As I told you over and over and over, the Hillary's emails were all the cover up of Fukushima. The TPP is all about monetizing nuclear waste. Now, why would Hillary, and it's right in her early emails that the judge forced out, that I've already read and I already reported this, why would the first person Hillary turned to, and she says it right in her own emails, we have it proof now, which I reported it, was Kissinger? Really? Kissinger? Really? By the way, do you know who Brent Scowcroft was? He lives right there. I stuck with his house. I know him personally. Wow. She turns to Kissinger. Now you think about that. You think about that. Wow. So, this air is not clouds. And they'll call it haze, the paid propagandists, because they're all going along with it. It's pollution. But they block solar panels. In Utah, you can't even put solar panels on. That's against the law. They make you hook into the grid. They charge you $16,000 to put solar panels on your house. And I'm not kidding. That's how corrupt the coal industry and the nuclear industry is. They're so corrupt. And that's what's going on. So all hands on deck down there in Russia. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. This is a big, big story that we got going on. A big, big story. So, do we know what it is? We have no idea. This is our great university, by the way, which is an incredible place. So stay in tune. We'll stay on this. All hands on deck in Russia. Provide, the state-run thing. So now we get our media from Provide. So who's the commies? They ain't commies. It's fascism. It's neo-fascism. Neo-fascism on BALCO. We have state-run media. And anybody doesn't believe that needs to wake up and understand that we have state-run media. You're controlled. You're the most controlled people in it. Free market fairy tales will save us. Yeah, let the free market will clean this up. The free market will save us, right? The free market will save us, right? Yeah, that'll save us. Yeah, let these monsters do whatever they want. When we get our next planet, we'll do it right this time. How much time we got left? Oh, we got plenty of time. So, we'll keep going. We'll close down our radio station. I used to have a show on this station way back in the day. So, and I think about this. TASS, you know, at Red Square. Now, okay, you got a media controlled. That's how fascism started. Mussolini, Italy. So you got state-run media, and all your money goes to the military. By the way, tell her, you know, that Hungarian madman. I was in Budapest before I got that, but the whole dynamic in Vienna at the IEAE, the UN. Remember Yalta by the Sea? No royals, no royals. They're back. They got it all back. They got it all back. So we fight on. So the state-run media, TASS, our roads lead to Vienna. Our roads lead here. So in Russia, stay all over this. Stay on this. By the way, this library I do my work at, I don't know, it's the same library that Edward Abbey did most of his work. Fama K. Brody, Bernard DeVoto. Long, historic, you know, the university's blackballed anybody who's the greatest activists in history. Hoffman did his work here. He forged Melvin Dumar forged the will in here. Yeah, Howard Hughes. Yeah, so I can go on and on and on and on. So, anyway, so you have a government that is state-run media. Me and Governor Herbert had it out right there. That's a new PU chemistry building. There, all the professors are told to stand down. It's a long battle I have here. We used to be the #1 school of business in the country. I taught here with the legendary Clyde Cooley, and I got blackballed. We all got blackballed. You know, it's not just me. You know, there's plenty of us professors that have banded together, ex-ones, that they blackballed, stole our degrees. I mean, but, you know, there's plenty of people that still fight and still care, but we get no traction, we get no place. So you have a country that goes all in with state-run media and dumps all their money through fear to the military. Didn't the Soviets try that? Yeah, Trotsky to the head. I said in the same campaign with Trotsky, his real name wasn't Trotsky. With Lenin, his real name wasn't Lenin. With Stalin, wasn't. With Hitler, they wouldn't let him in there. With Freud's the only one that got it right. So you go all in military spending. You have state provide TASS. Now we're getting our good reports from provide. Now think about this. We grew up this, and communists going to get you. That worked out real nice for the Soviets. Real nice, didn't it? You know, Putin's back. The new czar, oh yeah. See, his inbred cousin, the Queen. I thought FDR said none of that. What did Stalin say the second he fell down dead on April 12, 1945? What Churchill used to poison him? They played lawn ball. The United States is nothing more than the Queen's military colony. That's all you are. And you fell for it. Johnny got his gun. Get your little gold freaking rocks out of the freaking hole. That the Queen owns gold, she owns uranium. You know, this is all power, but you've all been played. All hands on deck, all hands on deck. Stay tuned.